Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. We're playing more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I wanna get it done. I wanna get it done and over with. I don't think we're gonna beat it today, but I wanna make progress. You know, I wanna get into it. I wanna get to day 3. That's a lot to ask, and I know it is. But I want to get to day 3. So, let's do it. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon is a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one that's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. It's you. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come to take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That's that hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just be all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many times. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs, ooey. Ribs. I can't speak ever. Hello, Mari. Welcome to the stream. I gotta use my other hand. That's not the hand I'm supposed to be using for this game. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. What? Edgeworth? Something wrong, Edgeworth? Your face is blue and your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, the grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Are you okay, bro? What's more, your eyes are in focus, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is not acceptable. It seems the prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock. Who's there? Who the fuck are you? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. What? Who are you? Why is your face the same color as your shirt? Not your shirt, sorry, your blazer. Why are your face and blazer the same fucking color? And why is it orange? Also, bro's got the fucking Midori eyes. Like... And Midori as in... Midori from Your Turn to Die, not the color green. His eyes are green. He's got the Midori eyes. It's not just an orange suit, it's an orange face. Bro's cosplaying Donald Trump. And I can't fucking get my Pocky open. My hands are sweaty because my hands are always sweaty. Bro, I swear to God, I'm gonna have to use scissors for this fucking thing. I have a knife. I'm gonna stab a box of Pocky open. I've got a nice fancy knife. I've got multiple fancy knives. It might be a problem. They're both extremely sharp. Well, not extremely sharp. They're sharp enough to cut through a Pocky package like butter. But they're not too terribly sharp. I could certainly stab them. That'd be easy peasy. Game slightly loud. Oh, right, because I had turned it up for, playing game with Nick. Thank you for letting me know. I will continue the second I have my Pocky open. Okay, there we go. I got one side to pop off so I can actually access the Pocky easier. Alrighty then. No! One of my Pocky fell. Okay. Sorry, I'm just chewing my Pocky before I fucking start speaking again. Especially if I'm voice acting. Mara, you have DRG? I just saw that you started playing. We should play together sometime. Sorry, I'm a total fucking like I poke my nose into everything. No, I just saw it pop up. It's alright. I don't care what you do. I only pointed it out because it was DRG and I fucking love DRG. Anyway. We're gonna continue. We need to play together at some point. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Okay, this is a very important question. 5.7 Celsius or 5.7 Fahrenheit? No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Go for it. But those are two very different temperatures. Because, like, that can go from uncomfortably hot to holy fuck, I'm burning alive hot. Very, very quickly. You know? Anyway. But Celsius. Who on earth is he? Yeah, I don't think he's from Earth, to be honest. Ah, it's you. Why is he looking at me like that? I don't appreciate it. Oh, I'm gonna give him the most, like, fucking pathetic voice. Like, was trying to think of like a character to kind of like be like, yeah, this kind of voice, and the only thing I could come up with was Shinsukimi. No, Mari, same brain cell. Oh, sorry I'm late, Uji. The roads were just packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Uji? How's you been? Swim much these days? Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, Smidgy, Uzi, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Uji? It seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! A beach episode? Ace Attorney beach episode? Little worthy? Oh, I can just imagine how Edgeworth loathes that nickname. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? You're the chief of police? I still stand by my question. Why are you orange? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Bro, he's so unsettling when he has his eyes open. Name's Gant. Damn it, Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. I don't like that angle. I really don't like that angle. Stop pulling on your hair! Why he doing that? Anyway, but to think it was stuffed in that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Stop staring at me for prolonged periods of time! It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing this is. Oh. I forgot it. I know we just started, but I gotta go feed my cat. I feed her at 9 every night, and I gotta go feed her. My alarm just went off for it, so I will be... Go. Oh, we're gonna continue. Chief. What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a question in favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like you to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor. Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes. Well, I think all you had to do was push that switch, and, if I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. You can do both with a cut finger. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh, it's gonna do it. I'm not touching anything. My hands are off. I would have gone the other way around. Okay. Wow, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife. Editorial record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police? And this knife? Sure thing, sure thing. Not a problem, not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Archie. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second, you said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. I love giving that guy that voice. It's so fun. It's such a fun, fluctuating voice. It's wonderful. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. All right. Great. Hello, Nick. Welcome to the stream. I know, I wanted to get going because I wanted to actually make some progress. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine the knife while we can, Righto. Alright, this evidence links the knife to Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. I think down to the department. Like, it's gotta be that somehow, but... There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where. But I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. It's totally the memento. Wait a second. Ah, last. Honest to goodness. Objection. This knife. It has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Ah, an honest to goodness. What do you mean, Ramoji? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. Oh! But it's upside down! Fucking Leon situation. Hang on. SL9. 2 out of 21. What's this? 6 minus 7s? I would have read that as a 5. 12 out of 2? No, Your Honor. It's upside down. Upside... The print name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Wait, we're in February! Okay, that makes sense now. February 21st. Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on this knife's tag. Order. Well, Chief? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. Okay. Give me more information. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder... It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eye there, right, oh my boy? Sharp, hungry? So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. We know one died. We know where found. How was killed? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But, you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder. 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place, and a murder at our own place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, and one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife! What was he doing there? I better check this knife out. I'm gonna check it out again. No. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. Okay, yeah, it was. I already read this one. I have no ideas. I clearly have to prove a link, but maybe I gotta present the other thing again. Nope, music didn't stop. I'm trying to think. I pressed him on this, right? I can't remember what he said. How can you say there's no connection? How? Please, right? Yeah. Welcome back from lurking. I am stumped. Maybe I'll be able to put like select another one for this one. Yeah. Okay, well, we know when died. And we kind of know... Well, I mean, we asked how, so... Where? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence in a case that was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's connection between these two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? happy. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases finally established, we have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between the two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Ryder. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife, found in the lot, was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? Not me. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department. Okay? Alright. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. ID number. We have the ID thing for Goodman, so. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? Then like you'll be able to do who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 58421189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. It's 58 something. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department, 58421189. This does tell me something. I believe Goodman started with the 58. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does, I think. Meaning... it has to be what I think it is. What does this mean? The murder in the police department and the murder here is the exact same. Right? It's the same one. The murder took place in the evidence room and the body was moved to the prosecutor's office. That's what that tells me, right? Because he said, I can't say where the corpse was found. But I can say that the crime took place in the evidence room. Because I eated the corpse. However you're pausing, I'm either taking a drink or I'm chewing. I don't want to speak with my mouth full, even though I'm doing it right now. I don't want to voice act with my mouth full. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department. Tells you something. What does it tell you? Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting it to pop up like that. Yeah, 584284858422189. You. Take that. Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Yeah, Metroid. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. The police department, prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with an 82? I forgot. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! Or the second one! The number that the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective was killed in the police department evidence room was the detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What did our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So, what are we saying? What we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time in completely different locations. Order, 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 Chief. What does this mean? No. What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? Sorry. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Oh, wait! Excuse me, but is this Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premise? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. Sure, I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Mr. Wright? Well, it's, Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of the trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of the court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. This court is adjourned. To be continued today. We're gonna continue today. It's only 9:38. Which is very swag. I'm actually really glad I got through this in 50 minutes. We're in... It would be this one. I made it through the second day trials. It was split up into 2 pieces, which was interesting. Also, I wonder if the connection I made is the correct one. I played the video game! I did a thing. I played the video game. I can die now. I'm actually genuinely really happy that we're actually making progress in this game. Because, like, it took me, like, 4 streams to get to the fucking trial. It was brutal, man. Mr. Wright, so... What's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this "and the evidence room" part? The prosecutor's office and the complaint department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Alright, let's do it! Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with us. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Uh-huh. Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would just never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the scene of the crime? Never! Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all! It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Uh-huh, what's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminol testing fluid! Luminol. Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do this? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Uh-huh, you had an extra pair of these things? To test for a blood reaction, display the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press space to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. That's not how it works. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. Yes, it foams up, but it wouldn't turn blue in red glasses. So, this is a bloodstain? It's so, Emma, you're shaking. It's just this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount. Wouldn't it be more? I guess maybe the location, too. I would more expect it to be, you know, more closer to the body, but I'll go with... Oopsies. Why, the bloodstain's location, of course, is elementary. Uh-huh. Why is it elementary? I mean, I would think that if there was a fight, you would expect some bloodstains here. I suppose you might think that. Come on, Mr. Wright, we're counting on you. Amount of blood that's odd? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of this victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Oh! Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans where we find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Why do you just have this? We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Though I forget she's technically a high school student. Because, like, this frame here particularly makes her look like a 12-year-old. You know? And my brain just automatically goes, yeah, that's a 12-year-old child. Why does the child have equipment for finding blood? Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. And let's drag out that hidden evidence into the light of the day. Yeah. Seems like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ah. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star. You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. I'm sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw the chief prosecutor, Sky, stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hard the criminal when they faced me. And they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of the suspect after suspect. And before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired? I felt that I'd found my dream job when I had become an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... What do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective of that case, you know. You know, you're not really painting a good picture for your innocence, Miss Angel. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for a transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. XL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? No, apparently not. Yay! I have to present something here. I don't really know what though. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cop-up queen, right? We found this ID card in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID card as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Alright, oopsies, wrong thing. Struck that phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? Little did I know it was a trap. The red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What's this guy really trying to say, I wonder? Maybe if I present the other one that has the... No. I'm gonna have a Pocky for Om Nom while I'm thinking. Any bad? I'll try it. It looks like a certain petrified piece of provolone. Uh-huh. It's not. It's my attorney's badge. I think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more on the open market. Look, my badge isn't up for sale. Not yet, at least. Nope. Maybe I can do this by making a connection to the case. If you think about it, I could have taken that from a picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. Just like that time... That time... There's some like connection here. Maybe I didn't do it properly. No. Maybe she has to talk now? Yay! She does. Okay. That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found them out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one in their fancy offices could stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives in the SL9 appeared, we have new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Ricky? What? It seems like you're serious in investigating this case. Yeah. And then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he, are you his... are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Let's go to the police department. Yeah! I just look over and I see that happening. Like, oh my god, thank you so much for the follow. Holy shit, it didn't pop up as one of my fucking alerts for some reason. Maybe they weren't in the stream when it happened. When they did it. But like, thank you. I have 69 followers now. Are they really? That's really funny. That is really funny, and I commend them. I commend them for that. That is fucking beautiful and fucking wonderful. I commend them. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for whoever it was. We have 69 followers. We're at the funny number. I gotta set a new goal. I'm very happy. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Holy shit. On a momentous occasion. 69 followers. No, that's way too high, Mari. As much as I'd really love to, that is a really high goal. I would like to be able to achieve it within the next year. I was thinking 75 or 80. And when I jump from 75 or 80 to 100. But yeah, damn, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, maybe I will just go straight to 100. We'll see. We'll see. I'll look at it later. I'll look at it later. Thank you. I'm very happy. I didn't even realize that we were that close. I didn't realize. Last time I checked it, we were at 66, and so I wasn't really expecting anything. Damn, I must have gotten a lot of, like, Oh no, I did. I got two, off-stream follows. I got the emails for them, like, yesterday. Yeah, I got a couple of follows when I wasn't streaming over the weekend. And so I think that bumped my number up. But yeah, wild. I'm very, very happy. I wish my alerts were working. I didn't know that they weren't working. Unless it doesn't work unless, like, the person's in the stream? I don't know. Sometimes they're weird. I'll have to make sure that they're actually working. I'll do some tests probably tomorrow. Anyway, let's continue this. I don't know how much further I'm gonna be able to make it. I'm yawning like every other sentence. So... Ooh. Like that, I'm yawning. So... Yeah, we'll see how far I can make. I'm gonna try to investigate the police department. And then when I have to go somewhere else, we'll probably end it. You know? Welcome back, welcome back. Even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast that they're blurring. Doesn't make sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to this pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid at the amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. We're outside the front of it. We gotta go through the criminals affairs department. I know that. But this is nightmare fuel. Wow. Wow, everyone here looks deadly serious. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department. I don't know how they haven't, like, thought of the possibility of, like, the murder ending up happening here, but it was moved. But that's just me. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. I mean, it could be. But I kind of doubt that the police department wouldn't realize. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Shoot cloned him. Oh, hang on, I can't. Oh, maybe I have to stop by the guard station first. Possible. So let's do that. Okay, when guard station, not what I was expecting. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. Must be a different evidence room then. Oh, it'd be the file room, I think. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Yeah, no, I do realize that afterward, but like... So, beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're super prickly. They're so imposing. It's hard to think straight. You can't handle cacti. Stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Oh, I don't want to move it when I investigate. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's setting up a trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room in here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. But we could use the computer to check on who went in and out of here. This swinging door makes the place look like some sort of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through there, the cacti would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it's more of a yarg for myself. And how the fuck am I supposed to get in there? Yeah, see, sure, quickly. These must be the real deal. I would think just a big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines poking out in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard for any uniform hanging here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that thing called again? A paunchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? Oh, I know! A poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's called a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. The evidence room is behind that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Oh. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please. Huh? What was that? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everyone's topsy-turvy. But, Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I need now is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Sitting around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get... I yawned at the perfect time, and I almost thought that sound was coming out of me for a second. Oh, what was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Oh no! Oh, hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this?
Wait, he isn't he? You, Officer Meekins, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins is reporting, sir. What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. I think on his little badge, he's saluting too. I love it. Sir, I'm a patrolman with the general affairs, sir. Sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went into the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because the evidence in the evidence room, sir. The security officer was none other than an Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. I'll be entirely honest, half of his, like, with the voice I've given him, half of his, like, stumbles and just slurring through words are not even on purpose at this point. I'm tired. Brain no worky after a little bit. A suspicious person, sir. Yeah. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And then when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out for? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your right hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive. And well at that. Yes, well, sir, I suppose that you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd have to say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work at a tiny department devoid of light of any other creature's comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, then why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him. No, sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here seems more confused than How about your hand? Did that happen during the course of the crime? Oh, well, you see, sir. Don't you think you should just confess? But sir, there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened, the detective pointed the knife at me. I just hollered, sir. But the next minute that I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my right hand, sir. Oh, the shock, all those sores, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Yeah, that's certainly interesting. Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna end stream here. I wanted to do a longer stream. I really, really did. But because of the yawning, I cannot play a game that requires me to speak a lot. So I'm gonna head off to bed. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me save before I will forget to save. I hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you in the next one, which is tomorrow. Bye-bye.